Hey everybody, it's Aragon and
Andrea.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of The Tick, or the Imperial Inquisition channel. It's been a while since we've done a video for you, so we're a little bit on the rusty side.
A little?
Just a little bit. This is the fifth take now of this. A fifth take of a 100% unscripted video. But we did take out some of the bloopers. So, again, this is your first time watching. This is 100% unscripted. So bear with us. We do have notes down here on a whiteboard, so if you see us looking down a lot, I'm not looking at your crotch. Or am I? You never know. So first and foremost, we have a bunch of new members in the guild. We brought in 68 new members last month, and we both just want to say welcome to our family. We have a great community of players, members, family as well. We have a bunch of fathers, sons, daughters, brothers, sisters in the guild as well, married couples. So again, welcome to our family. If you haven't noticed already, there is a bug in the mail system for mainly affecting guild leaders right now. This is becoming more of a widely known issue across the forums. Cryptic is being made aware of it, so we're having a hard time sending out the new member message. So if you have not seen it or gotten it yet, please head on over to our website and take a look at the new member message. We've opened that up to guest view, so you don't have to register on the website to look at it. Although if you want to register, you get access to all the content we have on there. That link will be provided down here. And yeah, I'm looking at the camera trying to get my fingers to go level wherever the link's at. How about one finger? Link's down here somewhere on the bottom. Take a look at that. It's going to have all of our guild info, all of our alliance info, the monthly influence contest we run. We've been doing that for about 2 years now. It'll have the Discord link. We'd love to hear you in Discord. Unless you're annoying, then we don't want to hear you at all. I'm just kidding. Everyone's welcome. That kind of brings us into our next topic, is the alliance rules and guild rules. So one reason we left our old alliance about 2 years ago, started the Inquisition Alliance, was because the old alliance was full of drama, BS, people being offended, people just trash talking everyone, and that's got no place in an alliance, in a community at all. And we have a zero policy, or zero tolerance policy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I spit that too. I want to make sure make sure everyone knows how serious we are on this one. Serious. But no. But all honesty, in all seriousness, we have a zero tolerance policy for drama and BS. Now, we understand conflicts arise here and there. If you got a problem with someone, take it into private chat. If it is seen in alliance chat, or especially if we see it or it gets reported, depending on what rule it violates, you could be kicked out of the guild. There's no questions asked.
Well, and also, if it does arise and we're not on, you can always feel free to talk to another officer, or you can email us, and the best way for us to actually see it is if you screenshot it and send it to us. That will help us kind of,
I'll just get two sides of the story. And I should say, we won't kick someone out right away.
No.
We will get both sides of the story. We'll figure out what's going on. And
do it discreetly. So it's not something that we like to do. So
no, all issues have been handled discreetly, quietly, behind the scenes. If you need to report someone, there's no worry. We're not going to say, so-and-so, told on you. Help us keep the community friendly, clean, and a happy place for everyone in general.
And drama-free.
And drama-free. I will say, we've had the alliance now for about 2 years. We've only had about 6 issues, and all fairly minor, over 2 years. So I'd say it's pretty damn good. So good job, everyone. Thank you so much for making this community what it is, and I know we'll continue to build this up together and keep it going the way we're going. So again, if you haven't looked at it, take a look at the guild rules. Good refresher. I look at them too every now and then, just to make sure I don't violate anything, because I don't want to kick myself out of the guild.
No, I do it for you. It's okay.
Well, she kicked me out. But again, that link will be down here as well, so take a look at that. So let's get out some of the Debbie Downer stuff here. Let's move into a positive thing. Congratulations on an amazing month last month for influence. Holy hell, we shattered
really good.
3 guild records. We had the most influence brought in of about 627,000. Somewhere around about 650,000. I'll have to look at the influence checker of influence in the month. That is amazing. We had the most characters donate on one single given day. I think it was about 60 characters on a given day.
That's a good one.
And also this one kind of goes hand in hand with the monthly, is our daily average was an all-time new high. Phenomenal job. That that's all I gotta say on that one. That's amazing. But we broke the records, which means we got to break them again. So this month, we'll set a small goal. We're trying to break one of those records, either a daily average, the amount of tunes contributed per day, or of course the whole month as a whole for influence. To help with that, we have a current contest as well. We're kind of skipping on our notes here. So to help inspire the influence, we have started there's a month-long event right now, and it's called the Extra Influence Event. This is in addition to the current monthly influence, where the top 3 contributors are rewarded. Was 170K, 130. No, I think we upped it to 200K.
Yeah.
We're 200K and 170K and 130. The Extra Influence Event is in addition to that, and it is for every 5,000 influence that you donate, you will get 25,000 AD. And the way that works is at the end of the month, we'll tally up all the influence, and let's say you had you earned 100,000 AD worth of stuff. I will give you an item, like a +1 or +2 ring, to post on the auction house for the amount you earned, plus the 10% auction house fee, so 110,000 AD. Then I will go, or Laundry will go, and purchase that item from you to give you direct AD. There's a lint ball floating right in front of my eyes. That was really irritating. As I'm trying to watch the camera, I'm got my cross-eye look at this lint piece floating across.
Anyway, back on track.
Anyway.
Ooh, butterfly.
The struggles of studio recording. So, also, don't forget the jackpot drawing. Every 5,000 influence also gets you a ticket in the... It's back again. Get you a ticket in the quarterly jackpot. Our jackpots are held quarterly, if you weren't listening just about 2 seconds ago. And they range in prizes anywhere from 200,000 up to 500,000 AD in value. And we draw usually 3 accounts during that. Actually, we have one coming up here at the end of this month. So, yay! So get that influence in. Let's talk about guild goals, what we got going on. So we've had a few changes recently as we hit guild rank 20. Again, great job, everyone. Thanks for your hard work on that. We've all worked very hard to get here. We're kind of changing things up right now as far as boon structures is concerned. So we had a vote. We tore down the mercenary outpost. We put in the wizard's workshop to get that hit point bonus, and we currently sit at rank 4 or 5. We're working on the heroic shards in. Our goal, of course, is to get to the rank 10. The vote on the website was up for 3 weeks or a month to look at tearing down the Explorers Guild and putting in the temple, which gives the lifesteal bonus. That vote passed with 14-4. And that vote has now been locked out. So when we thought about this, instead of tearing down the Explorers Guild right away, because I know there's a few people that still farm the Mastercraft resources using the double resource boon from the Explorers Guild, is that we're going to wait until October 1st to make that transition. So October 1st, we'll tear down the Explorers Guild and put in the temple. That way it gives people more time to use their scrolls that they have, the Explorers charts, to go farm those resources. We were going to do it after the next double resource event, but it is not anytime soon. We just had one, so it's going to be a few months out. It's actually nowhere on the calendar right now. So October 1st is our compromise for that one. We'll tear it down, put the temple in, get it to rank 10. And then once the Wizard's Workshop and the temple are both to rank 10, that would probably call for some kind of celebration on a... How would you describe that? Like a... Epic scale?
No.
Legendary scale?
Yeah.
I'd say a legendary scale. Wink.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. If you know what I'm talking about. If you've been paying attention in Guild Chat or Alliance Chat, you'll probably get that reference. So let's talk about resources real quick. We have done an amazing job bringing in resources. In fact, I'd like to start transitioning some of our resources over to the other guilds in the Alliance. There are currently only 5 resources that our guild needs to make the Wizard's Workshop and the Temple both rank 10, and they are AD. And before we go any farther, I'm going to tell you, please do not donate AD to the guild coffer. We want you guys to use the AD for your characters, buff yourselves up. We'll take care of the AD.
Right.
Unless you're running like a profession that gives the AD crates, those are appreciated because you can't do anything else with those. But direct AD, keep that for yourself. We will find a way to make this happen. We need about 10 million, so don't worry about that. Influence, of course, we need about 1.3 million more influence for both structures. So you're looking at a couple months, about 3 months for that. So not bad at all. Gold, again, gold can be used for your character as well, so don't stress that too much. We have ways of bringing gold in as well. I'll typically go out and sell Superior Marks of Potency for about 700 gold a piece, so don't worry about gold. Any help's appreciated, but don't stress that one. The two big ones, well, besides the influence that we need everyone's help with, are the Heroic Shards of Power and the Adventurer Shards of Power. Those ones are slow to farm because you only get, I think, around 40 per day if you run all the guild quests. It's excruciating. It's tough to do.
Very tedious.
So the more of us that do it, the better. There's a double shard event coming up. Actually, later this month. We're trying to put together a contest for that too. We're going to see if we can put something together in time. I can't promise you anything, but we are working on that. So those are the 5 resources we need. Everything else, and I mean everything, all the treasures, the labor, trinkets, please look at putting that towards one of our sword guilds. The sword guilds, if you look at the Alliance tab on the guild page, the sword guilds are the 3 guilds that are right underneath of us. Excuse me, I had a hiccup.
You're good.
I am, thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
Each sword guild's got 3 gauntlet guilds underneath them. There are a couple of gauntlet guilds right now that are borderline inactive. So what we do is we go to our sword guilds first, look at their resources. If they don't really need anything, then we look at the gauntlet guilds, make sure they're active. We try to filter the ones that inactive out, like we just removed the Shibby guild. Hopefully brought some of their members over to the sword guild to keep them in our alliance because they have some good members. But their guild leaders were offline for about 6 months. So we're working on bringing another guild in. But please look at donating those resources to them. Again, the resources change on probably a weekly basis. Yeah. So we put together a guild coffer tracker. And all it is a simple spreadsheet we put together. It's up on our Google Share Drive. Google OneDrive? Google Drive? Or Google Drive. And all it is I go in every day or every other day or once a week, whatever I feel like, honestly, on this one. And I update what our current resource count is for our entire coffer, and it breaks down what our goals are. It's got the wizards in there, it's got the temple, and what it costs to build at each level. And at the very bottom, it's got total resources needed. And as a note, if a number is negative, we still need that much resources. If it is positive, please look at donating that resource to another guild in our alliance, because it really helps them out. Farming resources is very difficult. It takes a lot of time, so the more help we can give them, the better off our whole alliance will be, because they can recruit more members. It gets them up higher guild ranks. It increases the alliance level. So yeah, take a look at that. That is on the guild website. And that kind of moves us into the next topic of the website content. I'm reading our notes here. I'm admiring your crotch. AKA the notes. The crotch board. We've added some new content to the guild website. One of those pieces of content is the coffer resource tracker. If you go to the guild website, at the top there's a tab called Guild, and there's guild info under there. It's called I think it's called Guild, and there's a section called Goals. If you click on Goals, they'll take you to a link that's got the resource tracker to take you to the Google Drive. We also linked. We don't build these items, not all of them anyways. We try to find out, things that people are looking for. We link it to the website. Our website, our goal on building it was to be a single point, like a single shop for everything, like a one-stop shop for everything you need. So we have or at least links to all the treasure maps for like Chult and Amu and Sea Moving Ice. We have all the hunt locations on there. We also have a new tool that we found that's pretty cool. It's a character builder, and what it is basically a simulator on this form from this other guild or alliance we found, and some great guys. And you could literally build your character on this simulator and mirror your gear. It's up to date. It's got all the Barovia stuff, ranked, or it's mod 14. You can build your character one for one. It takes a little time to understand and get used to it, but it is phenomenal for dialing in your character, so you're not having to in game spend 80 to change an enchantment out to find out that was the wrong enchantment or not quite the right stat bonus you're looking for. So I started using it because I have wasted millions upon millions of AD on enchantments trying to dial stuff in. The simulator allows me to do it for free, I can see what enchantments I want to slot. Then I can go buy those on the auction house and do a one-time purchase and not to worry about changing them out over and over and over again. Not that that's happened recently. We've also added a custom chat channel. Again, this is a Excel sheet we put together. This one is open to edit to everybody. So in game, there's a lot of chat channels in the background, a lot of private chats, a lot of like high-end, like in-level game dungeon chat channels. A lot of people are having a hard time getting into like CRs or Cradle of the Death God, and some people wonder how we get into it so easily. It's because we're part of these channels. You gotta be in the right place at the right time to see someone spamming about it. It's like, hey, there's this channel, join us here. So what we did is we created a resource where we list all the channels that we're a part of. So like I would go in, put what channels I'm a part of, what the requirements are to join if it has any, and who the moderator or the admin is, so you can reach out to them to get an invite unless it's an open channel. So if you're in any custom channels, take a look at this link. Again, it's under the guild info, or no, it's under, I think it's under guides actually. Yeah,
well, it's guild, and then under there is guild guides.
No, there's guild and then there's guides. Guides is next to it. It's under that one. It's a custom chat channel. So hop over there, take a look, see what channels we're a part of. If you're a part of any that we're not already listed on there, feel free to put them in. Again, it's open edit, so just be careful what you edit. Don't delete my stuff. I'm just kidding. Just be careful you don't delete someone's other info by accident. We're adding more and more things. Another resource that we're working on putting together, trying to find a good way to do this, is, and this was brought up by a guild member, and I apologize, I cannot remember who it was brought up a while ago. I like to give credit where credit is due, so again, I'm sorry. But it was a Mastercraft resource, and what it was, or what it is, and it's going to be, is kind of the same concept. It's going to be an open edit document on our Google Drive, where if you are able to make Mastercraft equipment, that you can go in, put your character, what you can make, and what it cost resource-wise to make it, or what you would charge to make it. So if a guild member wants a Mastercraft item, instead of buying out the auction house, they can look at the form, say, oh, hey, so-and-so can make this, and I'll reach out to you. And again, don't have to, it's just an idea. If you want to flip the profit, put on the age, get a little more AD, that's fine. But if you want to help guild members out, it's just a nice thing to do. We kind of do a community, help our community a little bit. Again, that's coming. It's to be that's in the works right now. So once that's up, again, check back to the website. We make changes to it almost weekly right now. Probably bi-weekly. Adding new content when we find it, linking new stuff, keeping it updated. So again, check that out. The guild website is linked here, and also on the guild page under information tab. Let's see what else we got to talk about. Let's see. That'd be a good drinking game. Every time I say you gotta take a shot. I should probably put that in the beginning of the video.
Maybe our next one.
I guess one of the last things we got to talk about is, with all the new members we're bringing in, we've been asked, Alondra and I both have been asked a lot actually recently, is what's the best way to get RP, or better known as refinement points? It's a good question. How do you get RP now? Besides, like a dungeon, you get me a Blood Ruby or a Peridot. And honestly, there is the best, I think one of the best ways is your utility enchantments. As you're leveling up, what we have found, there are 3 enchantments out there: Quartermaster enchantments, Dragon Horde enchantments, and Fey Blessings. They all give you, so like Fey gives you enchantments, like rank 5 enchantments. The Quartermaster gives you refinement items, and Dragon Horde gives you refinement items. Caught myself there. I knew some of you were like, that's not right. The Dragon Horde gives you refinement items, and the Quartermaster gives you basically this bag, a little purple bag, about yay big. If you're in real life, about that big.
It's like a coin bag.
Yeah, a coin bag, yes. And it goes in your inventory, and if you open it up, you can get enchantments out of it as well. A little hint on that one: if you wait to the double enchantment event to open that up, surprise, you get double enchantments. So that is one of the best ways to get refinement points. And you're going to want to slot each type as well. What we found works really good is 2 Quartermasters, 2 Dragon Hordes, and 1 Fey. And the reason for that is because all those enchantments have an internal cooldown, so once it drops, you won't get another drop of that same type for about 30 seconds or so. I don't know what the timer is exactly. It's at least 30 seconds. In addition to that, I know that the Quartermasters has a daily drop rate, and I'm not sure. I think the Fae and the Dragonhorde have a diminishing return, but I can't be positive on that one. So it's good to at least get 3 of each, or the 2, 2, and 1. That way they can kind of do a round robin. Well, this one's on cooldown, this one will proc to get that drop. When it's on cooldown, this one will drop, and then just kind of goes a circle of itself. The other item is a mount insignia bonus, and I believe it's called the Wanderer's Fortune, and that also drops refinement items as well. If it's the wrong insignia, I'm sorry. But you can double check it on the guild website. There is a section under guides for mount insignia bonuses, and that website, created by a good friend of ours, it lists all the insignias, what it takes to get, like, which insignias you need, like the barbed or the regals, to make it work, and what mount it goes to. In addition to that, you can sort by mounts. You can say, I got this mount, what insignias can I get on that mount? So it's pretty useful, actually. I use it quite a bit when I want to get a different insignia bonus. I look at the insignia bonus I want, and I see what all the mount list is that supports it, so I can go find the cheapest mount possible, because I'm not going to have it as a ride-on mount. So it works really well. I think that's about it. Kind of a short video. Just want to get a new video out there, get a guild update for the month of September. We have a couple more guild events coming up, getting closer to the end of the year, so if you've been in the guild for a while, you've probably seen some of the events. We'll have, I can't remember if we did one last year, actually, Thanksgiving. I think we did a Christmas one and a New Year's one.
I don't think we did Thanksgiving.
I don't think we did either. But yeah,
we might.
You never know.
You never know.
We don't have some set schedules, like Guild Anniversaries obviously a set one. I think we did one on New Year's last year and this year. We like to throw random events out there, give free stuff away. If you're ever curious what we're giving away on these contests or random rewards, take a peek at the guild bank. Look at the rewards tab. You can kind of see some of the items we've started, stockpiling. And speaking of that, huge shout out to some of our members.
Yeah, for donating.
For donating some of those amazing items. We got some R13s and R14s enchantments in there. There's a couple bonding runestones as well. So, if you want to donate to the guild rewards tab, feel free to reach out to myself or an officer to put it in there. But thank you so much. That stuff like that really helps just bring the guild together. It makes it turns the guild events into just so much more. So thank you so much for all you guys are doing. Again, if you ever need anything, you can reach myself or Alondria on Discord, directly on PM or in-game, of course. If you need anything.
We also carry Discord on our phones, too, so even if you have an issue, it'll definitely come to us regardless. So
we don't do that at all, sadly. So again, if you have any questions, reach us in-game, officer, anyone. If you need help with anything. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in to another episode of The Tick, and we'll see you later.
Have a great day.